Hi, my name is Damien, and this is your 30-minute class focusing on flexibility and balance. Today you're going to need a chair and a mat. I'll be doing today's class barefoot. You are more than welcome to do today's class either barefoot, in shoes, or in non-slip socks on a non-slip surface. Have plenty of water close by, and please stay hydrated. Remember, please work at your own pace. Okay. So now, let's stand in a parallel stance. And what a parallel stance is that your feet are directly underneath your hips and your toes are pointing directly forward. So our toes are going to be pointing towards each other. Take your arms and swing them around your chest and have your hands touch the sides of your back or your shoulders. Let's say we have one arm on top of the other, swing them back, and then switch arms, have the other arm on top of the other. And we take one. This is a very loose, relaxing yet invigorating movement. Just breathe. You can bend your knees a little bit if you like. Let's do about 8 more, alternating arms. So you have one arm on top, and then switch and do the other. Should feel good on your chest and your shoulders. And one more. Gently bring them down. Keep your parallel stance in your feet and have your arms by your sides and your thumbs forward. No real force at all. We're just going to lift our shoulders, circle them back and around 4 times, nice and slow. And just breathe through it. And that's 4. Let's go the other direction. And 1. If you want to give your knees a soft bend as you circle, that feels good too. Just make sure you're in that parallel stance so that your knees are in alignment with your toes. Yep. And 1 more. Great. Shake them out a little bit and place them back in your parallel stance. Take your hands down by your sides and rotate your palms to face me, and then lengthen your arms out, either low, medium, or high. Let's say high is going to be just about to here for this exercise, and lower. Let's take lengthen and lower. As you reach your arms to the sides, try to feel your spine lengthen, as if you have air in between your vertebrae. And just breathe naturally. Nice deep breaths. We have about 4 more. 3. I like to feel my abdominals pull in as I do this. It helps me feel really strong. And 1, this one we hold here. And circle your arms forward and around to the back. Just a little bit bigger than the size of your shoulders. 2, 3, and 4. Let's go the other direction. Take it back, up and around. 2, 3, and 4, and slowly bring it down. Place your hands on your hips. Bring your feet maybe just a little bit closer, a tiny bit, in parallel stance. Okay? And then slowly lift your right leg up, and then place it down. And left, these are our marches. And down. As you march, feel all of your toes on the floor. Now feel your lower abdominals pull in. And down. You have 4 more. Or 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Little shake it out. Good. Come back to your parallel stance. That's just a little bit more narrow than your hips. And we're going to add the same marches, but with goalposts. Take your arms out to the side, and you can bring your arms just to the back of your head or shoulders and go from here to here, or you can reach them all the way up and back down to here. You can also do them some range of motion in between. If this is how high you want to go, that's fine too. So it's going to be like goalposts. I'm going to show the full range of motion. Okay? So let's take your arms to your desired height and draw your elbows down, and I'd like you to feel your lats. And what those lats are is like right here underneath your arm and wrapping around your shoulder blades. As you draw into a goalpost, lift your right leg up and then place your foot down as you reach your arms to your desired height. Exhale as you lift. Inhale down. And draw the elbows down. Feel those lats, right? That's that underarm area on the upper sides of your back. And we have 4 more. 3. Remember all those toes on the floor? It's also good to feel your glutes or your bottom muscles. And 1. Good. Open the arms down. Good. Let's take a mini stretch. Stand profile or sideways, and I'd like you to mirror me. So you're going to have your right leg back, left leg front in a split stance. Bend your front knee and push your hips forward towards your front knee, and feel that stretch in your quad, also in your calf behind you. Now, bend this knee and flex that foot, send your hips back, and hinge forward. Let's do another one. Forward, stretching. And now send your hips back and flex your bottom foot. See how far you can go without rounding your back. Okay? And then come up, forward. We have 1 more. And send your hips back and feel that stretch. Oh, so good. And come up. Let's do the other side. Turn. Just mirror me. So this means you're gonna have your left leg behind now. Now your chair is there at any time if you need it for any exercise. So if you want to place your chair where it feels good for you to have stability, totally fine. Okay? So here we go. Bend your front knee, stretch your calf, your back calf, and this hip flexor right here, the thigh muscle. And now bend your back knee, send your hips back. It's going to feel like you're sticking your derriere out a little bit. Flat back and flex the foot. See if you can hinge forward without rounding your back. Okay? And now, forward. And back. 1 more. Forward. There's a nice good stretch in there. Push your hips forward. You can feel stretch in your thigh too. Now bend your back knee, flex your foot. Hip hinge. So what that means is you're bending from your hips and your back is straight. And then come up. Great. Shake it out. All right. So we're going to go back to our marches and we're going to add a little bit of a torso twist. So what that is your hands are either behind your head, on your shoulders, or on your hips. I'll demonstrate here. Take your right leg up and just give yourself a slight twist. You're going to feel your core engage, your stomach, your abdominal muscles engage. Place your foot down and come back to center. Shift your weight, lift your knee first, and then slowly twist as much as you can with control. And come back to center and lower down. Let's do 4 more. Lift and twist and center and lower. Take all the time you need. Lift, twist. So right now I'm really feeling my glutes or my bottom muscles and my stomach or my abdominal muscles. And there. Let's do a couple more on each side. See if you can pull your abdominals away from your thigh muscle. And center and down. And left leg. Draw your abdominals in. Twist. Woo. Come back to center. And down. We have 1 more. And lift. Twist. Woo. Center. And down. It's harder than it looks. And lift. Twist, center, and down. Great. Shake it out. Wonderful. So, let's take, feet are wider than your hips. Place your hands on your hips, and you're going to bend towards your left and reach your right arm over. And then come back. Now, if you don't want to reach your right arm that high, you can also just place your hand behind your head and up. Let's do about 6 more. Now, more than just bending to the side, we're going to try to lengthen our spine. Good. Kind of like a morning stretch. Oh, yes. And feel how the longer you make your spine and the more you bend, how much more you have to use your abdominal muscles. And that's a good thing. Let's go. One more. Keep your weight centered in between your feet. Avoid shifting from one side to the other in your hips. Fantastic. Shake those legs out. Okay, so now we take our arms back into, we take our feet back into our parallel stance. And once you take your arms by your sides, thumbs forward. Bend your knees and send your hips back. Your arms go back as well. So from side view, you're going to look like this. Okay? Then swing your arms up, low, medium, or high. Squeeze the glutes as you come up. Here we go. Low, and up. Squeeze. And low, and up, reach. And low. And up, reach. And low. And up, reach. We're going to do, let's do 4 more, and we're gonna rise onto our toes. Low. Come up. And rise. Lower your heels, bend your knees, and swing the arms back. Chest is open, up. And rise. Lower. And up and rise. Lower. And up and rise. Stay here, hold here. Lower the heels down and lift. Heels down and lift. Heels down and lift. Heels down and lift. You have one more. Heels down and lift. And this one, make sure you're in the center of your foot and find your balance. And lower down. Excellent. Shake it out. Great. And good. Go to your bend. Great. So, moving on, let's find a flamingo extension. Okay? We'll take your left leg, toe to the knee, extend the leg out, bring the leg back in, and place it down. And left leg, extend, bring it in. Remember your chair is here if you need it, and down. We have flamingo, extend, in, and down. Lift, extend, in, and lower. We have 2 more. 1, extend, in, and lower. 1, extend, in, and lower down. Turn sideways and take you're gonna mirror me and take your right leg back. Okay? Lower into a lunge. Tuck your pelvis under. Send your tailbone back up and then bring your feet back together. Take your left leg back and lower down. Tuck your pelvis under so you'll feel this length in your thigh. Take your tailbone back and then come up. Right leg down. Tuck the pelvis under. Send the hips back to neutral spine, so that means a straight spine, and then come up. We take the left leg back. Lower down. Tuck your pelvis under. Send your tailbone back out and come up. Let's do 1 more each side. And lower down. Tuck your pelvis under. Send your tailbone back and stand. 1 more. And lower. Tuck. Send back and up. Shake it out. Great. Good. So here, you can hold your chair if you like. Feet in a parallel stance. Bend your knees. Okay, I'm gonna move my chair a little bit forward just so I don't have to have my arm all the way back like this. Bend your knees, lift your heels. Now hold your heels up as you fully extend your knees and lower your heels down. We'll do 3 more. Bend, lift your heels, extend, lower down. Bend, lift your heels, extend, lower down. 1 more. Bend, lift your heels, extend the knees, and lower down. Let's reverse that. So we'll rise up on the balls of the feet, slowly bend the knees over the toes. Heels don't have to be so high. Lower the heels down and stretch. So side view, that will be like this. Rise, bend, heels down, and stretch. We have 2 more. Rise up. Now feel how your glutes are squeezing. Bend the knees, lower the heels down, and stretch. 1 more. Lift, bend, lower the heels, and stretch. Great. Turn profile this way. Stand with your feet in a parallel stance, and take your right leg back. Place your hands behind your head or on your waist. Twist towards your front leg. Come back to center, and then stand. You can bring your arms down or keep them behind your head or on your waist. Let's take our left leg back. Hands here. Twist. Keeping this knee steady. Try not to let it turn in or out. Come back to center and up. Let's go. Right leg back. Lunge. Twist. Center and up. Left leg back. Lunge. Try to bend both knees. Twist, center, and up. 1 more each side. Lunge, twist, center, and up. Lunge. We'll do our last leg here. Second leg, twist, center, and up. Great. Whew. Okay, let's turn and face your chair. Hold on to the back of your chair and bend your knees and gently grab your ankle or your foot. See if you can stretch that quad. Nice and easy. See if you can tuck your pelvis under and you'll feel a real genuine quad stretch there, the thigh stretch. Breathe. And then bend your knees and release it gently. And bend the knee. You can bring your knee up a little bit, grab, and then straighten the knees as much as you like, and send that second leg back. Now in this position, try to tuck your pelvis under. Feel that stretch in your thigh. Bend your knees and come down. Good. Shake it out a little bit. All right. So this next one, we're going to do a little bit more of a dynamic balancing. We'll start in the center of your mats, and we'll take your right leg out, and we'll take a lateral lunge. Okay? And then bring your toe up to flamingo stance. Okay? Lower and up. See if you can catch that balance. If you have to come down and reset, that's fine. And 1, send your glutes back, back is straight, and push. 3 more. Lower, and push. Remember, all the toes on the floor. 2 more. Lower, and push. 1 more. Lower, and push. This one stay. Low, medium, or high. Circle the arms. Up, and around. Let's do this and the other way. 1 more circle. And down. Shake it out. Good. Let's walk over to the other side of your mat. So just mirror me. And so we'll send your left leg out. Bend the left leg. Send your derriere back. This leg is straight. Now push off the left leg and find that balance. Now if you're anything like me, let's lunge. You've got two different sides of your body, right? So this side's a little bit more challenging for me. So I'm gonna focus a little bit more. Right. And two. Make sure this leg really lifts. There we go. Let's do 3 more. Chair's always there if you need it. Woo. 1 more. And down. Shake it out. All right, let's relax a little and have your feet in a parallel stance but wider than your hips. And circle your hips 4 times. And let's do the other way. Great. So let's come back to profile stance. Feet are parallel and bend your knees. As you bend your knees, slide your right leg back and hip hinge forward. I'd like you to focus on lifting the right leg. Now, have your right leg up, have your right arm forward. And then come right back up. I'm just gonna move a little forward because of my chair. And let's do the other side. So you'll bend your knees, hip hinge forward, let your left leg go up, your left arm forward, so you have this opposition reach and balance. And come up. And first side, right leg back, right arm forward. Keep your back straight. And up. Let's do the second side. Left leg back, left arm forward. And let's do the right leg again. 1 more each side. Make sure your knees are in alignment with your second toe. That's really important. You don't want to twist, you don't want to turn out except from your hip. And we're not doing any turnout right now, so keep it nice and square. Woo. And shake it out. Great. So, let's do a couple hip circles. Just 2 to the right and 2 to the left. Just as a release. Good. Okay, so we have our feet a little bit wider than our hips. And we're gonna bring our arms forward and go into a wood chop. So let's pivot your left leg inwards and lower down into a squat like you're chopping wood. Turn your body back towards me and unpivot that left foot. Pivot your right foot this way. Go slightly forward and up and rise onto the balls of the feet, squeezing your glutes, squeezing your bottom muscles. Let's take 2 more. Turn, pivot the back foot, and down. Very slow and controlled. I want you to feel all of your toes on the floor. Pivot your back foot. This is where you twist and lift. If you want to extend your arms and your upper back a little bit more, you can do that here. And then lower down. Let's do 1 more. Taking this nice and slow so you can feel the stability of it. Bend, chop the wood. Push, pivot your foot back into parallel stance. Pivot your other foot, your right foot in. Find your angle and rise. And lower. Shake it out. Let's do the other side. Feet in a wide parallel stance. Palms together. They can be low, medium, or high. We'll call this high for today, for this exercise. Pivot your right foot in. Twist and turn towards your left foot and chop the wood. Now, unpivot your right foot. Pivot your left foot in. Keep your arms here. Your waist is now twisted. You can even lift up a little bit this way if you like and rise onto the balls of the feet. Lower down, pivot back to center, pivot down to your wood chop. Now feel how your abdominals are really pulling in to sustain the positions and the movement at this slow and controlled tempo. Pivot back towards each other. Wood chop down, your back foot's pivoting, that right foot. Pivot back towards each other. Pivot your left foot, turn your waist. Option to bring your chest higher and rise. And lower, pivot back and relax. Good. Great. Here we go. Hands behind the head or the waist. Just twist your waist. And center. And twist. Just a gentle twist inside. And twist. And center. And twist. 2 more. Twist. And center. And twist. And center. Great. So this next exercise, I'm going to turn my chair just so I can demonstrate a little bit better. But you don't have to turn your chair. If you're facing me with your chair, that's beautiful. Okay? So, now, what we'll do is we'll have our feet parallel and we simply rise. We'll only do 3 on each side. Okay? Take your hand that's closest to me up and then take the opposite leg and lift. Bring it back down. Let's rise back up. Reach the hand that's furthest away from me up like you're reaching for something in an upper cabinet. And then reach the other leg behind you. Bring your foot back, your toes back onto the floor, your hand on the back of the chair, and lower. We'll call this reaching for the upper cabinet. Rise up. Reach the hand that's closest to me, and then the opposite leg. And then foot down, hand down, and lower the heels. Lift the heels. Reach. Leg. Foot down, hand down. Lower the heel. 1 more each side. Lift. Hand. Foot. Reach. Hand down. Foot down, and lower. We have 1 more. And lift. Hand, foot, and foot, hand, and down. Give yourself a little calf stretch here. Bend and straighten the knee 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Switch legs. And 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to turn my chair this way, and we're going to go down to the floor just for a little bit. Turn and face your chair, bend your knees, and hip hinge forward with a flat back. So I send my glutes back, my back is straight. Place your hands on the chair, and lower 1 knee down to the floor, followed by the second knee. Great. Send your hips back. Walk your hands back. Great. Turn and face me and lower down onto 1 hip. Great. Lower down onto your mat. Lie down on your side and turn and lie on your back and just shift yourself so that you're in the center of your mat. So now, we're on our backs with a neutral spine, so that means that we're not pushing our back into the mat, but we're also not arching our back off the mat, so it's just a natural curves of your spine. Feel your abdominals brace. Hands are down, shoulders are relaxed, and your feet are in that parallel stance, but only lying down with the knees bent. Keeping your spine absolutely straight, lift your glutes and your hips up so that you feel your glutes engage, but your thighs stretch. And lower down. Inhale Exhale as you lift. Keeping your feet firmly planted on the ground, on the mat, and down. We have one more. And lower. Open your arms to the side. Palms up. Bring your right leg into tabletop, followed by your left. And gently twist your knees towards me. Don't go all the way over, because I want you to keep that shoulder that's away from me. I want you to keep that on the floor, on the ground, on the mat. Then come back to center. And now you're going to twist your legs away from me, but your shoulder that's closest to me is going to be on the mat. And center. Let's do 2 more. And center, squeezing those abdominals, and twist. It doesn't have to be a lot. I want you to be able to control it, okay? So don't worry about going for range of motion. Let's do 1 more each side. Feel how your abdominals are pulling your legs back. And exhale. Place your right foot down, followed by your left. Lift your knee that's closest to me and grab underneath it and extend the leg all the way up and bend. All the way up and bend. All the way up. Flex the foot. Point and bring it down. Switch legs. Grab the back of your knee that's furthest away from me. So your second leg and stretch. Remember, you still want to keep that neutral spine. We're just doing a nice dynamic stretch. I want you to get a good hamstring stretch. This third one you'll hold, and we flex the foot. And then point it and bring it down. Excellent. Shift away from me, and then turn and lie on your side. Push yourself up onto your side with your hands, and then use your abdominals as you turn and come onto all fours. Walk your hands to your chair. Place your hands on your chair. Take one leg, 1 foot on the mat, and then second foot on the mat. Now you're in your hip hinge. Take your hands on your thighs, push yourself up. Great. Turn and face me. Find your parallel stance. Bend your knees. Take a deep inhale. Lift, bring your thumbs together. And exhale. That felt amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had an absolutely wonderful time, and I certainly hope you did too. Have an amazing day. Bye for now.